believe we're set today, Your Honor, for an evidentiary hearing as to our substantial compliance with requirements for registration. So our plan is to put on some of the evidence and testimony I previewed for Your Honor last week on that subject.
Okay, that's my understanding too. I just wasn't sure if the parties managed to make any progress. And just to be clear, as the district pointed out before, the court's February 3rd, 2025 order did require that the way to purge contempt was to cease operations, to include a prohibition on using the Empower platform to provide any rides which originate or terminate in the district until such time as the defendant has registered. And so that's the lens that I'm looking at to determine substantial compliance. So if you'd like to if you want to call witnesses.
I believe the other option in the order is for Empower to be able to register with the district, which is what I'm endeavoring to do. So the evidence last week was that Empower, in DFHP's own admission, has met most of the requirements for registration, save for, in DFHP's view, a last remaining hurdle or two that are so although the district would treat that as a binary concept, we are endeavoring to show that because Empower has provided documentation, had discussions, and met the requirements for registration, or at least most of them, again, in the DFHP's own view, that it's been in substantial compliance with the order, and the appropriate thing to do is to give it the additional time it needs to finish whatever last hurdles DFHP seeks, as opposed to requiring it to shut its app down in the meantime, to the detriment of all of its, the drivers and riders who use it.
But no, but I just want to be clear, the order does say to immediately cease operations until such time as the defendant has registered. So that is the lens that I am looking at, whether there has been substantial compliance. Because it sounds, because the way I read this, it seems to indicate, and my intent was that operations cease. So has there been substantial compliance in ceasing operations until there has been registration?
Empower has not ceased operations, but it has attempted to put itself in a position to be able to register. DFHP is refusing to let it register unless it can check literally every box. And so Empower is stuck, having met most of the requirements, save for a last requirement or two that DFHP thinks is necessary. We disagree with that, and that's where the status is. So our view is that under a sort of practical meaning of substantial compliance, when we've done everything we can